The Nancy Guthrie case. Inside, one of 2026's most heartbreaking mysteries. An 84-year-old grandmother vanishes from her own home in the middle of the night. No struggle inside, but blood on the porch, a torn-away security camera, and months later, ransom notes that contradict each other. This is the case of Nancy Guthrie, mother of Today show anchor Savannah Guthrie, and nearly 6 months later, her family is still searching for answers. Here's everything we know. This isn't typical celebrity gossip. This is a real, ongoing missing persons investigation involving the mother of one of the most recognizable faces in American morning television. It's a case that's pulled in the FBI, a local sheriff's department, a 6-figure reward, and a family that has spoken publicly, through tears, again and again, simply asking for their mother to come home. We're going to walk through the timeline exactly as it's been reported, what happened the night she disappeared, what investigators have found since, the confusing and painful twist involving ransom notes, and where the case stands right now. A quick note before we start. Authorities have not confirmed Nancy Guthrie's fate, and this video sticks strictly to verified reporting. No speculation, no rumors. Segment 1. The night she disappeared. Nancy Guthrie was last seen by her family on the evening of January 31st at her home in the Tucson, Arizona area. She was known for being a regular at her local church, so when she failed to show up the next morning, loved ones grew concerned almost immediately. When authorities arrived, what they found was unsettling. The home's security system had been disabled overnight. A doorbell camera had captured footage of a masked individual approaching the residence in the early hours of February 1st. There were signs consistent with forced entry, and investigators later noted blood found near the front porch. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos addressed the case directly, saying investigators believed Nancy had been abducted. Very quickly, this went from a missing persons case to a full-blown kidnapping investigation, with the FBI stepping in to assist local authorities. Segment 2. The family speaks out. In the days and weeks that followed, Savannah Guthrie and her siblings made repeated public pleas. Savannah, visibly emotional in nearly every appearance, has described the experience as a state of constant agony for her entire family. In one especially raw moment on Today, she said her family cannot find peace and directly appealed to anyone with information to come forward. She's spoken about the psychological toll, describing sleepless nights spent imagining what her mother may have experienced. By late March, nearly 8 weeks into the case, Savannah gave her first sit-down interview about it, alongside her Today co-anchor and friend, Hoda Kott. It was a moment where the professional distance completely fell away. This wasn't a news anchor covering a story. It was a daughter begging for her mother's safe return. The family has consistently thanked the Tucson community for their support and has expressed belief that someone locally holds the key to solving the case. Segment 3. The ransom notes and the twist. Here's where the case takes a genuinely strange and painful turn. At some point after Nancy's disappearance, the family began receiving what appeared to be ransom communications. Investigators and the family reportedly viewed at least some of these early notes as potentially authentic. In response, Savannah and her siblings released an emotional direct video message to whoever was holding their mother, saying they understood the message, that they would pay, and begging for her return. Then came a second note, one that delivered devastating news. According to multiple outlets, this note claimed Nancy had died shortly after being taken and included what was described as an apology from those behind it. No ransom demand was attached to this second message. Authorities have been careful not to confirm the claims made in either note. And in a twist that added even more confusion to an already agonizing case, a man later admitted to sending fake ransom notes to the family, meaning at least some of the communications the Guthries received were a cruel hoax layered on top of an already devastating situation. Through it all, DNA evidence recovered from the home has remained one of the most important pieces of physical evidence. Investigators have said the forensic analysis has been complicated by mixed DNA samples, which has slowed the process of identifying a suspect. Segment 4. Where the investigation stands now. As of the most recent reporting, more than 150 days have passed since Nancy Guthrie vanished. The FBI has offered a reward, reported at different points between $50,000 and over $1 million, for information leading to her recovery or the conviction of those responsible. Sheriff Chris Nanos has continued to give updates, stating that his department, the FBI, and forensic labs are still actively working the case and have not given up, despite the amount of time that's passed. As of the most recent statement from Savannah in July, she confirmed her family has not stopped searching for even a single moment, calling it 5 months of what she described as ongoing trauma. No suspect has been publicly named. No arrest has been made. The case remains open, active, and, according to authorities, still very much a priority. Segment 5. Why this case has captured so much attention. Part of why this story has resonated so widely isn't just Savannah Guthrie's fame. It's the human core of it. A missing elderly woman, a family holding on to hope through hoaxes, false leads, and a devastating fake ransom note claiming the worst. It's a reminder that behind the headlines and the on-air composure, this is simply a family desperate to bring their mother home. We'll continue to track this case and bring you verified updates as they happen. No speculation, just the facts as they're reported. If you want to stay informed on major ongoing stories like this one, subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you have any thoughts on the case, share them respectfully in the comments below.